We often forget the importance of kindness, its deeper purpose and practical application to a human social group. The purpose and function of kindness upon the creative soul is also a very overlooked aspect of the human experience. Upon the tender-hearted soul, a small kindness will save a life and create some of the greatest works of art in history. The Taj Mahal is an example of a building built by a man who loved his wife. Love being the most obvious form of kindness, it is of course an example that readily comes to mind. How we do glow beneath the sincere praise and affection of the people around us. How our hope is restored by a single look, a smile, a sideways glance, a shared joke, and a tender touch. A kindness is something we all long for, and many rightfully fear to give. After all, some people penalize kindness. They punish for it. They call it weakness to show mercy or love. But truly, if it was a weakness, why would they so ardently try to punish you for showing it? We don't crush what we believe is weak. We crush what we fear to be strong. Lions are tamed because they are beaten from a young age for expressing their wild and natural nature. How many good people were punished for showing kindness to an evil person? How many times have you been punished for showing a gentle side of yourself? These sorts of people, who hurt you when you do good, are vampiric in nature. You often leave conversations with vampiric people feeling drained, physically tired, at times near tears. These vampiric souls are everywhere. They look like people you know, but the soul within is different. Maybe your mother is one, or your sibling, or your spouse. Perhaps it's a business partner or a close friend. There are a few things you can do to improve your life around vampires and begin separating away from these kinds of abusive people. The first thing you may consider doing is accepting that they will never change. That this bizarre physical effect of draining your energy is a natural biological function of this person's body and soul, and your own body and soul. Accept that that drained feeling you're feeling is real. It affects you, and it lowers your quality of life. Accept the harsh truth that they are not entirely like you. Accept them for who they are. Make peace with this truth, and in so doing, mourn who you thought you knew them to be. Often, when we waste our energy of kindness upon a vampiric soul, we lose energy for the good souls like us, the people who wish you to leave their homes uplifted and happy. Maybe it's a grandmother that bakes you cookies and makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside. A friend who sees that look on your face after a toxic argument with your spouse and who cracks open the beer and sits and listens without a single word. They just look at the floor wordlessly and hand you the drink. They've been through it before, and they know what you need to heal. You leave recharged and ready to face your demons again thanks to your friend. Little did you know, the one you're arguing with who drained you in the first place is the demon. Little did you know that the friend or relative that makes you feel recharged needs your comfort too. Two types of people exist in this reality: those who drain energy and those who exchange it and grow it together. Each of our bodies has a real field of energy around it that can be sapped or replenished. This energy field is real and can be sensed and measured with machines. When your energy is sapped, you exist in a fugue state of consciousness. You are often abused, treated badly, belittled, and told to do as the other person wishes. You're made to feel guilty for things that are not your fault. We are all well acquainted with the vampire. You're tired, you just want to go alone to get along. Whatever you like, a vampire, whatever you wish, just don't hurt me anymore. A fugue state of mind, a form of thraldom derived from simultaneous abuse and a real energy sapping, a very real biological effect. Who is that one person in your life that gives you energy? Who makes you feel the opposite of the vampire? Who gives you energy and makes you happy? I propose an idea to you. Something new you may not have thought of. Count how many times you argue with your vampire in one day. Is it a daily part of your life? For every one time the vampire in your life sucks your energy and makes you feel drained, do 2 kindnesses to the healing hero in your life. If the evil ones can be rightly compared to vampires, The good ones in your life that leave you feeling as though you can take on the world are the healing heroes. Many times people were brought to the brink of suicide by the vampiric persons in this realm, but by the healing hero talked off the proverbial ledge. True power exists when you heal the wounded spirit. If kindness was not power, if it was not an unseen binding force that created a shield against the evil ones, why then does every single asshole in your life mock and belittle kindness in and of itself? They sneer in derision when they see positivity. They make scornful remarks when you try to make them feel better. They punish you and everything and everyone around them for good, and then pretend to lament that they are surrounded by evil. But a man builds his own house, and what we put into the world will come back. So I ask you to challenge yourself. I have a personal rule that for anybody who is a healing hero in my life, I try to make them smile once a day. Only once. It's such a small thing, but it makes a huge difference. If you have trouble with a vampire draining your energy, then redirect said energy toward your true desire. Your abusive mother screamed at you? Call your healing hero twice and tell them they're a lot of fun to be around and you think they're a good person. Your significant other gaslighting you and starting a fight? Ignore it. Walk over to your healing hero children and tell them they're doing a great job on their homework and deserve ice cream afterward. In direct defiance of those who punish you wrongfully, reward the good people 2 times over with words and gifts. Strengthen your power base of energy with your healing heroes that want to make you feel happy as much as you want to make them feel happy. Do not just expect reciprocation in your friendships, demand it, and do not give attention or energy to those who treat you badly or deny you love and kindness. Shower the shining light in your life with gifts. When you spend too much time arguing with your vampiric narcissistic parents, you forget that your young wife has not been given a bouquet of flowers. When you try to constantly argue with your childhood friend about your life choices, you cease giving your schoolmate that helps you with your studies any kind of positive attention. In this way, the vampire isolates you. If you're so busy fighting with them and pulling your energy and struggling to make the unchangeable change, you will slowly drop positive friends and accidentally surround yourself with villains. So the power move is to give twice your energy to the good people in your life. If you're yelled at once by a vampire, go hang out with your healing hero friend twice that day and bring snacks. Why not? What's stopping you except for yourself? This does not mean you don't love the vampire in your life. You're just accepting their self-imposed limitations. If you were not there, they would be screaming at an empty room. So don't feel responsible and don't feel guilty. The vampire will make you feel guilty for not tolerating their behavior. How dare you go hang out with X? I was here all day. Oh, you leave after one argument. You should feel XYZ for doing this. Punish, punish, punish. Guilty, guilty, guilty. Ignore it. They know what being evil is. They know what they did earlier that day was wrong, and they don't care. Only you should feel guilty about it, because it would not be vampirism if they took any responsibility. You must endure that guilt. The vampire only wants the positivity, and he wants the positivity to be crushed from you, so you're isolated and alone with them constantly in an unhealthy relationship. They get energy from hurting you. They can't change. It's biology in many ways, but also willful. So what I am proposing is a few things. Number 1, I propose the human soul is real, and there are 2 main types of human souls, and these souls, both types of them, must gather energy. Some souls are vampiric and abusive, and other souls are warm and giving. I propose that if you indulge the warm and giving souls, the vampiric souls will be pushed back into the darkness. If you exist with the people who exude warmth and light and make you feel loved without conditions or rules laid upon said love, then your life will truly develop in a positive way. Once, long ago, I was trapped in an intensely abusive relationship at a place I worked. A stranger walked into my life, gave me a hug, and told me one simple thing: "I'm sorry you have to endure this work environment." That hug was so warm and so profoundly life-changing. Her words, though simple, were true and cut like a blade into my heart. I realized that I should feel sorry too, that I would never do this to anybody, and this was not right. I existed up until that moment in a fugue state, in a fog of sadness and contrition. Whatever you want, vampire, as long as the pain stops, vampire. That one act of love, that one act of affection, was all it took to start the wheels in motion for me to become what I was meant to be and break free of this strange form of thraldom. You want to change the world. You want to make a difference. You want to be a good person. But have you hugged the person you know to be good like you? Have you told them that they deserve to be treated well? Have you helped your healing hero or ignored them in favor of the vampire? The neighbor who asked you if you're feeling all right, have you asked them if they're okay, invited them to dinner? A coworker who is dependable and offers aid to you, have you helped them or told them that you appreciate them? Do you have an ignored healing hero in your life? It is no single act of love that changes the world, but many small acts of love. The mighty can be brought low by the smallest among us. It is the smile during the quiet of the morning, the friend that offers you a drink after an argument, the elder that gives you a knowing look over their glasses, and the affection we all wish to freely give. Every flood starts with a drop of water, and no single drop of water believes it caused the flood. I made a promise to myself that for every evil done to me by the vampiric souls in this world, I would reward the healing heroes in my life twofold over. For every one wrong done to me, I would do two rights to the good ones of this world. This has created a cascade of positivity, and made the evil one's power wane within an extremely short amount of time. We are powerful. If we were not powerful, we would not have so many people trying to quash our instincts. A lion is not beaten into submission from childhood because it's a defenseless creature. It is beaten because it is the king of the jungle. The vampire fears the light. It fears the healing hero and the holy light of love that they tenuously and hesitantly bear into this world. Two souls war against each other, the purpose of one to drag you into the darkness, the purpose of the other to drag the darkness into the light. In a kind of darkness we have all been dragged. The vampire mocks us in its self-imposed darkness within the belly of its den. We wander blind and helpless, but the vampire can see perfectly in the pitch black, and at times we healing heroes cross each other's paths and comfort each other in the depths of sorrow. We fumble and know that it embraces good. It helps us survive to hear words of encouragement, but we know not why. And with every loving expression, with every supportive gesture and kind word, a slow truth is created, or rather rediscovered. Our light shines brighter, and the den of the vampire becomes smaller, more pathetic, and less imposing. We grow confident, we rely on each other, and together in one embrace we escape the darkness and the evil ones within. By using this method, you will shed away the darkness that blinds you and see what a lion you truly are. Now I'll end this video by asking you to do one thing for me. Go hug your healing hero and tell them they deserve to be treated with love.
Now I want you to try this with me, okay? Take my hands, and you say something that you love about yourself, and I'll say something that I love about myself, alright?
I don't see how this is supposed to help.
Oh, just trust me. Okay, how about this? I'll go first. I love my eyes, and now you.
I love my smile, I suppose.
Very good. Alright? I love my sense of style.
Does that count?
Well, I think it does. And now you.
Alright. I love my taste in friends. Does that one count?
Why? Well, I suppose it does.
That's amazing, Historia. Just look how well you can read now. thank you, but I only learned how because you were here to teach me.
Ah, that runny nose of yours needs some tending to. I guess the next thing I should teach you is how to act more ladylike. Blow into this. Ooh! Now that's what I call a job well done.
Hey. What's it mean to act ladylike?
I'm not exactly an expert, but I'd say the young lady in your book has it down.
Krista?
Yeah. Is she one of your favorite characters? Krista's always thinking about other people and helping them out in whatever way she can. That's what I think makes a proper lady. You'll find pain and suffering everywhere you look in this world. So do your best to make things better. Treat people with love and they'll love you in return.
Well, that's how you act, so I want to be just like you.
Huh?
Do you think that if I try real hard, I can grow up to be like you?
No need! You're already perfect! No need to change a thing!
Just leave me, Historia! That Titan's from your family! Let him eat me and everything will be alright! Get out of here!
Not a chance!
Why won't you listen?
I might be an enemy of humanity now, but I'm still your ally! I can't be selfless, and I don't want to be a god, but when I see someone crying, saying that no one needs them, I have to go and show them that it isn't true! You're feeling like I felt for my entire life! That's why I need you to be okay!